When I was commentator, nobody called me up and said, you can't say this and you can't say that. So I don't have that experience. I've heard it. I've heard that such sort of issues, diktats were there, but I have never been asked to do that during my tenure as a commentator. Although I've not been commentating a lot, I do it on and off because of the time it takes away from you traveling. So from that point of view, I really don't see it in an issue. Yes, there are issues with their compliance. We'll try and help them get compliant because they need to be back in the system, and we will do everything to get them back into the system. Yeah, we'll try and organize it. It's a part of the constitution. Just like women cricket has got organized over the years, I'm sure this will also get organized with time. We'll speak to the general manager cricket operations and see how it has been so far, and try and see how we can do it better. But thank God there is no DL method, boss. DL method, no, none of us have understood. See, these are rules. At the end of the day, when the Vijay Hazare started, the rules were put down. The rules are sent to all state associations. It's a similar thing which happened at the World Cup final. When New Zealand lost, everybody started jumping up and down with the rules, but New Zealand was aware of the rules. It's just unfortunate that they were on the wrong side of the rules. So we will assess it, try and make it more simpler. The rule was that whoever won more number of matches went through, which is also a way of saying that if you play, you give value to your performances in the group stages. So it's not something which is completely wrong. Instead of going for the toss, yes, the pertinent point is whether a reserve day could be kept for the knockouts, because quarterfinals, semi-finals are very important, which is a practical thing which you have said. And yes, that could be an option which could be taken. But you must remember, whatever happened, it was as per the basis of rules which were at the start of the tournament. What is that conflict? It has to change, boss. Yeah, it's already done by the COA. The administrators who vacated office today have already put it in the Supreme Court. So we'll see how far it gets modified. No, it is. When I was technical committee chairman, I have been a part of those coaches, captains conclaves, and there are changes. But too many changes for the game is not good. It at times becomes difficult for people to understand what exactly is going on and what is the rules and regulations. The most important aspect is the quality of the game. Whether you play at the international level, which is a serious challenge at the moment, with teams like South Africa and West Indies and Pakistan and Sri Lanka obviously going down the ladder a bit. So the important thing is the quality of cricket which is played. I don't think the tweaking of the format a little bit this way or that way makes that sort of a difference, and neither it should be too much of a tweak every year. And that's the way it is. We need to hold the game together, but what is important is the standard of the game which is important. Yeah, but the same fans turn up for IPL, isn't it? Where it's chock-a-block in the same stadium. So it's a bit more than just stadiums. Test cricket needs a revisit of how it can be done and how it can be popularized. Eden Gardens will host Bangladesh in 22nd November, and you don't know what's going to happen in that test match. But you see an IPL game, and I was involved with the Delhi Capitals last year. Oh, you just couldn't keep people happy by giving tickets. Same stadium, same toilets, same ground, and people come in and turn in huge numbers. So I think the problem is somewhere else. But at the same time, infrastructure has to be done properly. But if you look at some of those new stadiums, they are remarkable. You go to Hyderabad, you go to Nagpur, the new stadium in Bombay, they're fantastic facilities. Ranchi. So as much as you say that part needs to be looked at, of course, rightly so, that part needs to be looked at. But also the game under consideration needs to be looked at as well. Oh yeah, that's a decision collectively has to be taken. It's also got to be with the Indian Olympic Association, IOA, who are involved in the Olympics. That's a question I can't answer at the moment. Yeah, I hope so. Because 2 days before I spoke to the Honorable Prime Minister of Bangladesh, she has agreed to come and visit the test match when India play Bangladesh on the 22nd of November. I'm sure when the Honorable Prime Minister has given consent, I don't see the national team not turning up. So, but at the end of the day, it's their decision. It's their internal matter where I don't think we have any say or we should have any say.